Check it out. Birds raw and uncut. Listen, man. That's what we're here to do. Talk birds. Give it to you raw and uncut. Fresh off of last night's game. Out in Brazil. Week 1. Facing a tough team. Like a team many people picked to win this game, you know what I'm saying? In the Green Bay Packers. I think many of us fans kind of had it like, it was one of those games where had we lost, depending on how it looked, it was like, it's understandable. You wouldn't have walked away from that game like, oh man, should have won. They got no business losing to them and all that. A lot of people, there's people out there picking that team to win the Super Bowl or at least get to the Super Bowl. And that's real rap. You know what I'm saying? So, just going to give you my quick thoughts real quick. Like I said, it's raw and uncut, man. Ain't no rewinding me back. You know what I mean? I felt like the game started off the opposite of what I expected. I thought the defense was going to be really shaky at first, give up a lot of yards, a lot of big plays, all of that. And the offense was going to have to keep us in the game, by making big plays, moving the ball, but it started off the opposite of that. Look, the first 2 drives by the offense was about as worse as it could get. And the defense, held firm, kept them to field goals. And if you remember last season when we played the 49ers, that's what it reminded me of. I took solace in that 49ers game from last year because I turned to my son. Me and my son was watching it. I turned to my son. I said, yo, remember last year we played the 49ers? The whole first quarter, they had negative yards. We was, kicking their ass. But we only had field goals to show for it. We had like a 6-0 lead, I believe. Same thing. So I turned to my son. I said, remember that? I said, that's the only thing that's, that we could take positivity from this right now is that they're being held to field goals. They're up 6-0. Meaning you go down and score, you're winning the game. So it started off the opposite. And then then the offense, came around and, then after that, it was back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, it's what I expected from there. They was going to score. They was going to do their thing. They're a good team, really good football team, really good quarterback, well coached. I mean, Matt LaFleur, check his record, check his resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, really good football team. Hope their quarterback is good. I don't want to see no injuries. Don't wish no injuries on nobody's team. I hope he's good. I hope he don't miss no time. I hope it was just, he had to come out for that last play. As far as my quarterback is concerned, I rides with my quarterback, man. Like, I rides with my quarterback. You gotta understand. Like, I understand as a fan base. Like, like I said, I'm from Philly. I'm in Philly every day. I get a sense of my fan base, and I could tell you, it's got a lot of Eagles fans are. It's like the jury's still out on Jalen type thing. Like, you see what I'm saying? We'll put it like that. I rides with him for the fact that Jalen has done something that only one other quarterback has ever done in the history of the Eagles franchise, which is the best you can do as a quarterback, which is get your team to a Super Bowl and be the best player on the field in that Super Bowl. The only other quarterback that's done that is Nick Foles. The difference between Nick Foles and Jalen is Nick's defense made the one stop. In the shootout they were involved in, nobody was stopping nobody. Tom Brady was going up and down the field. He had 500 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, nobody was stopping them. But in the very end, when the game was on the line, Nick Foles' defense made one play, and that's what won us that game. Super Bowl 2022, our defense gave up a touchdown every possession of the second half. They didn't make a play. Jalen was still the best player on the field. We lost that game. So while the jury's still out and a lot of Eagles fan base, a lot of people saying, oh, we don't know, the other quarterback has a statue out in front of the stadium. So That's the difference in what a defense can make. You see what I'm saying? By one play. One play, this guy is a statue out in front of our stadium. The other quarterback is still being questioned on if he knows what he's seeing. Can he read D? And, what we're going to do with the ball, and he might not be here, and we don't understand if he can play the position. That's the difference, man. All right? So, Birds Raw and Uncut is what you got to know about me is I rise with my quarterback. And one thing about me, I don't care about the rankings with quarterbacks. You could tell me my quarterback is the 32nd ranked quarterback. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person better than him, that person better than him, he's better than him, that person better. Could care less, man. I just want to know, can my quarterback help us win football games? It's the only thing I'm concerned about. Last night, he made some poor throws, some poor decisions, as a lot of quarterbacks do. You see what I'm saying? Did he make enough plays to help us win the game? That's what I'm concerned about. And I ride with my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hear me shit talk him, down talk him, none of that, and all this and that and the third. When he's to be criticized, he will be criticized. The criticism last night is he made some poor decisions with the football. The worst one was turning it over in the red zone with the game on the line. Cannot happen. Okay? But other than that, I'm going to ride with my quarterback, man. All the people that still the juries out, they don't know if he could play us on the third. Hey, man, that's y'all. You see what I'm saying? Now, the running back, we just going to laugh on Twitter all day with that because, it was so many people saying, oh, he's washed and can't play and, and I don't know why y'all paid him, and joke on y'all. He gonna be hurt. He ain't doing nothing out there. So Twitter has just been funny all day, man. Listening to people, cope and all that shit. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Saquon, man. As advertised, we already knew. Like we said, put him behind the O line, give him weapons around him. The D can't key on him, and he's gonna eat. And that's what he did. What he had, 130 like all-purpose yards with 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing. Come on, man, stop playing. All right. The receivers, we know, combined over 200 yards, touchdown. A.J. Brown did his thing with the game on the line. Devontae, the Slim Reaper, y'all know that's my guy, came up huge. You see what I'm saying? Like, the offense became, as advertised, we already know people going to eat. The D, like I said, I thought the D was going to struggle, big time early on. But no, the D showed me some things, man. They saying, the edge people didn't get no pressure. The people up in the middle did. And, not to be a homer or nothing, but there was a lot of holding going on out there. Y'all got to understand something with Jalen Carter, man. Like, he played the tackle. All right? So, it ain't going to be a lot of sacks or whatever, but if you ain't see the disruption on that line, then I don't know what game you was watching. Now, they sending him death threats and calling him all kinds of N-words and everything right now because the quarterback got hurt. But, listen, he's a disruptive player, man. He's strong as hell. Innate strength. You see what I'm saying? 2 people blocking, he blow through the people, they holding, and you know what I mean? So I know them D tackles was playing last night. And there was some holding going on the edge too. But, like Madden said, something you go call every down. You know what I mean? So, D-line, I'm not concerned with my D-line, man. I was watching them close. That was the one thing I wanted to watch when he was a D-line, you know what I'm saying? The rookie, Quinion, he was doing his thing. With the trash talk and all that, like I like trash talk people and all that, but young boy, like, you gotta, like, calm down a little for me. But they say that's how he been since he got there. Like, every day in practice, all he do is he talk trash to Devontae and AJ and all. He talk trash to everybody. So I guess that's just him. You know what I'm saying? CJ GJ, same thing. He's a trash talking guy, and he's gonna fly around, and he brings a certain swag and attitude and all that. And that open field tackle that he missed when they teased him talking about he wearing Kobe number and all that, he'd be upset with him. Yeah, that was bad. But I'm not worried about him. Reed, I always told people I had no problem with Reed. You know what I'm saying? As the other safety, I think he's going to be something in this league. People are hyped to replace him. They don't think he should start and all that. I've always been a Reed Blankenship fan. Anybody that knows me knows that. I've been a supporter from day one. I think the kid can play. Big time interception. Big time interception. He flies around. He likes to hit people. I got no problem with Reed. And the defensive MVP from yesterday was no doubt Zach Bond. Pretty much people thought he was trash. You know what I'm saying? Thought he wasn't going to be nothing, wasn't going to be able to really contribute and all that in the third. And, I was hearing good things out of training camp. So, as advertised, what he had, 15 tackles and 2 sacks. The boy was hustling. All right. So listen, man, week one, week one. And this is a hard week one, for everybody. Like most of the teams, man, if you're a gambling person like me, and you be on the FanDuel and all that and suicide pools and all that. Listen, this is a hard week one as far as the matchups and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people got hard games, man. KC had Baltimore, we had Green Bay, the Cowboys, they got Cleveland. Jets and 49ers, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hard games, man, around the league this week, man. Seriously. So to get a W is basically the goal, man. Like what what it looked like, man. We worry about that later on in practice this week. But to come out here and get a W against a team that a lot of people picking to go to the Super Bowl, most people picked the Green Bay. All the TV shows I was watching, all the broadcasts I'm listening to, everybody's picking Green Bay. They said, look, y'all lost the last, 6 out of 7 games, and y'all got this funk around y'all, and y'all ain't getting along, and the quarterback is this and that and the third, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna come out here and lose to these boys. So first and foremost, we just happy for the W because it's hard. It's hard in week one. Now we get the rest. We don't play again until, next Monday. We got the Monday night game. Coaching, I listen, we all thankful for Kellen Moore, the stuff he drew up. It looked good out there. You know what I'm saying? The play calling, the scheme, it looked good. Fangio's defense, same thing. He likes to sit up in the booth, like, you know what I'm saying? So he see everything. Special teams is like, that's kind of new. Like, I don't like this kickoff shit is like, I don't know, man. But Jake, it was Jake, the top 3 highest paid kickers in the league is Jake. The Kansas City kicker was named Buckner, and Baltimore, and my man in Baltimore, I forget his name right now. It's escaping me, but he's struggling though on the low. Ain't nobody talking about it, but whatever. So yeah, man, to come out and get a W, far from home, 10-hour flight, strange land, neutral field, had to give up a home game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just thankful for the W, man. Now we can go on Twitters and ESPN and we can see what people that was, talking real dirty and grimy, about our team's going to say, like, what they're going to cook up for this. Like, like certain people, right? These Kansas City people that get on TV that got us finishing third in the division and not making playoffs, but they team could do whatever. It don't matter. Their team's just the best in the world. And it don't matter what happened, People like that, I can't wait to see what they're going to say. That's the fun part. Like, Once the business is taken care of, then the fun part is seeing what the clowns are going to say. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the fun part. Like, you know what I mean? So, look, man, Birds Raw and Uncut, man. This is the first joint. We kicking it off, man. I told you I was starting up a little channel for the 2024 season. So, we here, rock with me, Like I said, South Philly native. I'm in the city every day, getting a pulse for the fan base in the city and how we rocking. You know what I'm saying? I have some more content coming, man. Some more videos, man. I'll break down some things in regards to the team and certain players and how we got things going on. So rock with me, man. Birds Raw and Uncut, man. That's how we doing, man. Bird Gang, y'all already know what the squad, man. All right. So look, go Birds, man. Great first win, week one. We get ready for Atlanta next. All right. We see y'all next time, man. Birds Raw and Uncut, man. Peace.